All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Dana Scranton, and welcome to Entrepreneurs Without Limits, where we focus on helping you create an authentic life of freedom of your choosing and on your terms. Well, today's episode is about the purpose of purpose. So I'll get right to the point. If you've read or heard of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, you probably have heard of the baseline secret. Okay, when you read that book, within the text somewhere you're going to find that the secret of this book has been mentioned no less than X number of times. It's a lot of times, probably well over 100. And it is that success in life hinges around your ability to have what he calls a definite purpose. But what's the purpose of purpose? See, as entrepreneurs, we need to look behind the facade. We need to look behind the form and the function to what it is that we are creating or what something else is creating as a benefit. How is a need satisfying the unseen need? For example, if you have somebody who has a financial need, satisfying the financial need, in other words, getting them more money, ultimately has an impact on some other need. Maybe they have a medical issue. Maybe they have bills. Maybe they have a child who needs some additional medical care. Who knows what it is? But it's not about the money. It's about what the money does, right? Same thing with purpose. Your purpose has a function of creating an impact. So what is the purpose of the purpose? Just having a purpose doesn't really work. But what that purpose does for you and then what you do for others is the key. Because look, I've said this before. There isn't a business on the face of this earth that can survive unless it has an impact on the life of one or more people. Now, of course, one person isn't necessarily a market, is it? To have an impact on the life of one person means that that person is simply a sample of a larger population. And so that's what you go after. It's called market share. But the purpose of purpose is to focus your energies, to focus your thoughts, your energy, your emotions, everything within you for the attainment of that purpose. And that's what Napoleon Hill refers to when he talks about a definite purpose. You must have definitive definiteness of purpose, because the purpose engages your soul and your mind in the pursuit of a greater ideal. That's the purpose of purpose. But how do you get to a purpose? Well, I'm going to tell you, I think I've come up with a formula, and I can't take credit for the formula. I just put it together from all the things that I've learned over the years and things I've read and studied. The formula is this. First, you have a dream. And I'm not talking a nocturnal dream here. I'm talking about a dream that starts with, I wish I could, or if only, or wouldn't it be nice if, or I can see myself doing or being. That's a dream. It's those little things where when it's quiet, nothing else is going on in your life or your mind, you sit back and you think, oh, I wish I could have, or I wish I would have. Those are dreams. Those aren't regrets or laments. And when that dream is accompanied by an emotional reaction, however slight, you have to be kind of mindful of what you're feeling when these dreams are happening. Again, they're not nocturnal dreams. These are daydreams. These are things where you're sitting and you're consciously seeing in your mind the what ifs. It's something we all do. But when that dream is accompanied with an emotional trigger of some sort, that becomes a desire. Now, whether it's a burning desire or a fleeting desire, that's up to you to determine. But you pay attention to the fact that you had an emotional connection with that dream, because that's the key to take it further, to think about it, to consider the possibilities, to look beyond just more than a dream, to look beyond why did I have that emotional reaction? What is that telling me? What is my subconscious mind trying to reveal to me, to direct me towards? It's trying to direct you towards making a decision. So you've got a dream, you've got a desire, now you have a decision. That decision is to fulfill the desire. But how do you do that? With a purpose. Because in this life, we get what we want in life when we help others get what they want in life. That's called business. It's called entrepreneurship. It's worked for millennia, and it'll continue to work. Because ultimately, we're all about helping other people elevate their lives. So once you understand that, you can then convert your desire to a decision to find your purpose. Now, how do you do that? I'm going to go into that in another video, but it really goes like this. There are 6 basic human needs and 6 elements of human wellness. Those basic human needs are the front, okay? Certainty, growth, change, connection, significance. These are things that really draw you into a state of well-being. For example, certainty. We live in a world of uncertainty. There's a few things that are absolutely certain, but most of it has a degree of uncertainty associated with it. But now it comes down to how certain do you want to be about those elements of human wellness. For example, physical wellness, emotional wellness, spiritual wellness, financial wellness, relationship wellness, intellectual wellness. What of those 6 gets your attention? What is it that would make you whole, greater, more fulfilled? So we're going to go into that at another point. Because what you do when you have that desire and you've decided, I want that in my life, now you have to craft a purpose, a means of achieving it. When you craft a purpose, it really needs to come from within. It can't be somebody else's. Here again, we go with our authentic life of freedom. An authentic life of freedom is you living your beliefs, your values, your passions, your purpose, and your vision, not someone else's. That dream that you had that turned into a desire is asking for a decision for you to become the person who is capable, worthy, and deserving of delivering that purpose to the world. That's the purpose of purpose. So you can get what you want in life by impacting the lives of others, by elevating others to a state where they too can now do what it is that you have decided to do. Now, I'm not saying they're going to do the same thing. In other words, purpose. No, they're going to advance humanity by elevating the lives of others so they can achieve their dreams, their desires. That's the purpose of purpose. Many people go through life without a purpose. They just meander through life like the path that you see right over here. Whoops, right here. This path that just meanders off into nowhere is where a lot of people find themselves. And it's unfortunate, but I'm going to get kind of direct here. Part of the reason for it is because we live in a world where we're drowning in information. We're drowning in irrelevant information. A lot of it has nothing to do with us achieving what we want, but we're being entrained into this cacophony of noise from the institutions of society, all trying to garner our attention, our loyalty, to be what they want us to be, to advance their desires and purpose. And I'm not saying that all institutions of society are bad, not at all. There are some very good ones. The ones that are good are the ones that help you to advance towards your purpose, the impact you want to make in the world, so that you can become the person that you truly want to be, live the life you want to be. That's the purpose of purpose. And so I'm going to leave it with that. It's a shorter episode today, and that's kind of the way I wanted it, because I don't want to cloud this message with a lot of of dialogue and abstractness. Purpose is something that each of us need to identify on our own. And I heard one guy say one time, if you don't have a purpose, you can borrow mine. Yeah, okay. That's okay. If you don't have a hammer and you need to build a house, borrow a hammer. But don't build the same house as the guy next to you because you borrowed their hammer. Define your own desires, make a decision based on who you want to be, the difference you want to make, the legacy you want to leave, the impact, and then create your purpose. Make that purpose bigger than life. Because why not? It's not going to hurt you. It's going to pull you into the future. So that's today's episode. Well, I want to wish for all of you a definitive purpose. And by the way, a purpose can change. As you move forward in life, you grow, you become more knowledgeable, you become wiser, you become more cognizant of who you are, and you change. A purpose can create change. One of the 6 basic needs, right? So change is important. Embrace it, expect it. Your purpose is the beginning. So take care, and we'll see you on the frontier of possibilities.